Oh my goodness, I'm late. Let's start the show. I'll look right at you. Happy Flag Day, my friend. How are you? Welcome. My name is Rusty Humphries. This is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion on Flag Day. It's the president's birthday, and I would love for you to check in. Tell me who you are, where you are a deplorable from. You like my hat? I got me a big old American cowboy hat. I got another one too. You like this one better? Or you like this one better? I think this one makes my head look too small. What do you think? Check in. Who are you? Where you're deplorable from? I'm gonna wear this for a couple more minutes just till y'all get started. Give me a little shirt. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Do you think the president has earned himself a lot of happy birthday wishes and some nice presents? Or do you think, no, he's been a bad boy and should get coal for his birthday? Check in here right now. Michelle is checking in. Deplorable Jersey girl in the house. Sending a howdy. Howdy, Michelle. Janice checking in. And we got a lot more checking in. Just keep them coming in. Bill is checking in from Florida. All right, there's a lot of things. Oh, in Orlando. Jack's in Orlando. Bill's in California. Shirley is there in Greensburg, Indiana. Karen is checking in from Arlington, Texas. Aurora is in Pennsylvania. Jackie says, happy birthday, Mr. President, from Iowa. Here, let me put the hat down now. I got to hear what I'm doing. How you doing? I got hat hair. I got the hat hair. Oh, that looks good. Anyway, how are you? Let's see here. California deplorables. Janice and Mike is in Indiana, and William's a Wisconsin proud deplorable. Maryland's there. Diane, Timothy from Arkansas. Tom, Carlos. Today is President Trump's birthday. And it is also Flag Day. First of all, Pamela says she really likes the first hat. I think I like the first one better, too. Can I wear the hat and the headphones? Hold on. There's got to be a way to do it. How about if I do this and then this? It's a little goofy. But it's doable. There we go. Shirley ran birthday wishes to our wonderful president all day. Shauna says happy birthday to the best president ever. Texas loves you, Mr. President. Okay, what else? Good evening. Jason's from Arizona. Carol's a Texas deplorable. I find it, okay, so there was the big report today. We'll get into that in a little bit. Did you see Sarah Huckabee Sanders getting drilled by some reporter about kids being taken away from the parents at the border? Let me get into this in just a second. We'll get some more of your comments in just a minute, but I want you to see this.
Jill, don't you have any empathy?
Jill, go ahead.
Come on, Sarah, you're a parent. Don't you have any empathy for what these people are going through?
Jill,
they have less than
Brian,
you do.
guys,
Sarah, come on,
settle down.
Seriously.
I'm trying to be serious, but I'm not going to have you yell out of turn. Jill, please call.
It's a law, and they have, these people have nothing.
Hey, Brian, I know you want to get some more TV time, but that's not what this is about. If I want to recognize you, go ahead, Jill.
Honestly, answer the question. It's a serious question. These people have nothing. They come to the border with nothing, and you throw children in cages. You're a parent. You're a parent of young children. Don't you have any empathy for what they go through?
Jill, go ahead.
We do have empathy. The problem is that the left has no empathy. Because why? Because you wouldn't allow a child to go to the border like that illegally. If you really cared about children and families and all these things, you wouldn't tell them, hey, go commit a crime to get what you want. Right? Or am I missing something? If I'm wrong, you tell me. I want to know what you think tonight. Jonas, what a D-bag. Steven says happy birthday. Gary says happy birthday from the Hoosier State. Brenda, happy birthday. Sarah Sanders should have had that creep thrown out. Happy birthday from Guam. Annette says, I thought y'all in Guam, everybody hated Trump. That's what the Democrats said. I'm so bad with hats. had it up here a little bit more, you could see my face more. But maybe I should do it like this and be a little bit more, hard to follow. Here you go. Now, good luck trying to figure out what I'm thinking. How you doing? Let's see here. Miami is where Daisy is. Kara's watching. Justin's there. Kara says, hey, gang. Diane says, that was very rude. Steven says, let's get started on that wall. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Why are we supposed to allow people in breaking our laws? That's a good question, Justin. Partner. On this Flag Day. I don't understand it either. And I'm tired of the nonstop, you got to hate me because I'm a Republican, I got to hate you because you're a Democrat kind of arguments. I do want to talk about families and why what the Democrats are suggesting is bad. Well, you're taking children away from their parents. The parents shouldn't have brought the kids here in the first place. They knew it was wrong. They knew it was illegal. They knew there was going to be something negative that would happen. But then again, the Democrats keep saying, oh, don't worry about it. We got you covered. We got you covered. And then it's just, and by the way, I don't know how hot it is in California on the border, but let's just see what the temperature is now. Let me turn the microphone here because it's hot out there today. Oops. Hey Siri, what's the temperature right now?
It's about 105 degrees outside. Hot.
Yeah, hot. See, even Siri knows. 105 degrees right now, and it's 6 p.m. I mean, maybe we can put a McDonald's and a Starbucks there on the border, making it a little bit easier for people to cross illegally. But that doesn't make sense to me either. Let's see. Linda says, got attacked for saying parents should have known better. Martha's in Tampa says it's hot. Ken says, just do it legally like our grandparents and great-grandparents did. Well, Ken, we had different laws back then. And at some point, you could come here without papers. That's one of the reasons that term WAP back in the old days for Italians, which was wrong, but that meant WAP was for what? Anybody know what WAP meant? Yes, it was derogatory, but do you know what it meant? Go ahead and I'm curious what you think. How bad you think it is. WAP. We'll get to that in a second. Racine says, we didn't even take our own children. Why did Democrats invite more illegal children to come here? They are using these children to stop immigration reform and border security. Yeah. Karen saying, happy birthday, Mr. President, from the Blue Ridge, Georgia. Camden, South Carolina is where Sharon is. Howdy doody, tutti fruity, says Toby. Democrats ignore law and order. They function better with mayhem and chaos. James is the correct answer. The answer, what does WAP mean? It meant without papers. Without papers. James, your lucky prize is you'll get nothing like it. But you're a fabulous human being, and congratulations. But that used to be a problem. We also didn't have 300 million Americans then. And also, people didn't come to this country expecting to get things for free, expecting for other people to take care of them. I mean, I hate to do old arguments. I do. You're a grand old flag. You're a high-flying flag, and forever you wave. Grand old flag. I'm in a patriotic mood today. We got grand old flag on here. Here's a video of it. Here we go. Let's do the sing-along for kids, shall we? Hold on. 1 second. Here we go. I expect you to sing along, please. a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. Anthem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Come on, sing along!
Every heart beats
Through the red, white, and blue,
and there's never a post or
brand.
But should all
Acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Go ahead, do it without me.
You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. The emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true under red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. Should all acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag.
Hey, yeah, hey, yeah. There we go. Just a little. Oh, here. Let's bring up some young girls. I'm in a patriotic mood. How about this one? I can't wait.
You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true, keep the red, white, and blue, where there's never a post or flag. Let your old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true, the red, white, and blue, where there's never a post or brag. Let your old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag.
Okay, good job, girls. Very nicely done. Give the girls a thumbs up or a heart. They deserve it. Those young ladies, I don't know who they are. It was just on YouTube. But see, that's the kind of stuff I'd much rather be talking about. Families and kids and the flag instead of the Inspector General report and a whitewash report. It was, well, Comey kind of sucked, but he didn't do it on purpose, and it wasn't political. See, that's where I know that it's a phony baloney report, because nothing in D.C. is done unless it is political. I wish it wasn't the case. It just is on both sides. And what we have is an infestation of people who give more credibility and credence to their political beliefs than they do the belief that we are all Americans. And it's a sad report. And today is a sad day in history. And Democrats, you know, there's some congressman on Fox today. I couldn't tell you his name. I don't care. But he's some Democrat congressman from California. And they read some of the stuff on the report to him, and they said, "Do you have any problem with this?" "No, not at all. I've got no problem with this. It just proves that Donald Trump colluded with Russians, and Hillary had nothing to do with it, and James Comey's a wonderful guy. As a matter of fact, I thought Trump loved Comey," and blah, 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 blah. Enough! If George W. Bush did this to Barack Obama, I would have lost it. See, I care more about the institution of the United States of America than I do one party. I care more for the rule of law than I do what's going to give my candidate a leg up. And I thought that's what these career politicians, these career bureaucrats were supposed to be about too. We don't get in because of politics. We get in because we do a good job. Good. Okay, fine. I'm all for that. I want to have people that care about America. I don't want to have people that care about Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump or whoever. But under Obama, who, by the way, I really do believe is going to, if there was an intellectual, honest academia, and there's not, but at some point, maybe there'll be some intellectual people, some intellectually honest people. Barack Obama is going to go down as one of the worst, most partisan presidents in history. The damage that he has caused is going to outlive all of us. Now, Trump has overturned quite a bit of it in 500 days, and I appreciate him for that. But the damage to our children, to our generation, the list goes on and on and on. But what they really did a good job of was hiring these people that didn't give a rat's ass about the country. They gave a rat's ass about themselves and about fundamentally changing the country. Carrie says, no one should make a career of government. 8 years and you're done, no retirement. Donna, happy birthday, Mr. President. James says, amen, Rusty. Linda, happy birthday. Tamara, happy birthday to our amazing president. I thank him for all he does. Martha says, I pray that these beautiful children grow up in a free and safe country. I worry about what's happening in this country. I saw a video pop up on Facebook. They made a cartoon based on some oral arguments about freedom of speech. And there's actually a lawyer, you're going to see this in a second, actually a lawyer arguing against freedom of speech, arguing that things are too political and that they shouldn't be allowed in certain places. And listen and watch what he thinks is too political. And you tell me what you think about these arguments and the arguments of the members of the Supreme Court.
How about a shirt with a rainbow flag? Would that be permitted?
A shirt with a rainbow flag? No, it would. Yes, it would be. It would be permitted unless there was an issue on the ballot that related somehow to gay rights.
How about a shirt that says "Parkland Strong"?
No, that would be allowed. I think Your Honor.
Yeah, even though gun control would very likely be an issue. To the extent, I bet some candidate would raise an issue about gun control.
Your Honor, the line that we're drawing is one that is related to electoral.
And what's the answer to this question? You're a polling official. You're the reasonable person. Would that be allowed or would it not be allowed?
The Parkland?
Yeah.
I think today that would be, if that was in Minnesota and it was Parkland Strong, I would say that would be allowed in, that there's not.
Okay, how about an NRA shirt?
An NRA shirt today in Minnesota? No, it would not, Your Honor. I think that's a clear indication. And I think what you're getting at,
how about a shirt with the text of the Second Amendment?
Your Honor, I think that could be viewed as political, that would be.
How about the First Amendment?
No, Your Honor, I don't think the First Amendment. And Your Honor,
what? That it would be covered or wouldn't be allowed?
It would be allowed.
It would be.
It would be. And I think that I understand the idea, and there are obviously a lot of examples that have been.
Yeah, well, this is the problem. How about a Colin Kaepernick jersey?
No, Your Honor, I don't think that would be under our statute. And I think.
How about all lives matter?
That could be, Your Honor. That could be perceived as political. And I think, obviously, Your Honor, there are some hard calls, and there are always going to be hard calls, and that doesn't mean that the line that we've drawn is unconstitutional.
How about an I Miss Bill shirt?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
I Miss Bill. Or, to make it bipartisan, a Reagan-Bush 84 shirt.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe that's political.
You can do this, too, I guess, with, can't you, with...
Okay. So see how to them, see, this is the thing with the IG report. And this is what people aren't acknowledging. Again, to people on the left, everything important is political to them. Right? And things that are political to us, Colin Kaepernick, for example, that wouldn't be a problem. How about a rainbow flag shirt? No, that's not political. Really. That's not political. No, but NRA shirt? Oh, you can't do NRA. No way. I mean, it's a great example of what we're dealing with when it comes with folks on the left. Ma'am, how you doing? Justin says, yep, as long as what people think is PC, if they don't agree, it shouldn't be free speech to other people. Yeah, Mary says irritating. Jody said, just moved to Idaho from California, and I'm loving it. American flags are everywhere. By the way, I want to thank our good friends at Liberty One TV. Have you subscribed to Liberty One TV? Have you found them yet? Have you gone to libertyoneTV.com and found out what they're all about? They really are a great network. And you think I lied to you, ma'am? Got me a hat. So you know I'm telling the truth. Liberty One TV. LibertyOneTV.com. You can also find them on Roku and a bunch of places online. They're streaming. They've got great shows. They're good people. I think you'll like them. Go check out Liberty One TV. Also want to thank our nice folks, our friends at Right Wing News, who are very kind as well. Also, have you gone and checked out Virtual Shield? Have you? Do you even know what a VPN is, a virtual private network? Have you ever looked at it? You ever tried paying attention? You ever tried? Because I've been warning you about it. I've been telling you that this show is sponsored by Virtual Shield. It is the easiest to use and the best virtual private network. And if you go to virtualshield.com/Rusty, you'd get 20% off. But go there, find out what a virtual private network does and why you need one. And that's because you don't want people messing with your data, knowing what you did. Now did you see the AT&T Time Warner deal went through? Not good. I'm telling you, not good, not good, not good. We'll see what happens, but I think, I mentioned this earlier, I think we have a lot of the Ayn Rand things where she thought that, hey, let company get as big as they want to get. They'll act honorably and ethically. They haven't proven it. Nope, they haven't. Diane says Washington has lost the ability to think correctly. They have to go brain dead land. Marilyn says happy birthday, Mr. President. Mary says the left is spoiled and rude. Mike says if you lose the Second Amendment, you lose the First Amendment. Linda says if you took out the nonsense of the West and East Coast, I think Middle America could probably get along. Well. Aloha, shalom, bonjour, talofa, konnichiwa, davzdanya from Houston, Texas. That's Barry. Thank you, Barry, with you and your fancy wording. Meet the other amorous agents. I'm with her. I haven't seen this. Have you? Let's take a look. Meet the other amorous agents. Give me the free. Okay, enough. The other amorous FBI staffers who texted about the Clinton email investigation. Looky here. Parsing the Inspector General report. This is from the Weekly Standard. They are no friends of Donald Trump. Criticism of James Comey is nothing new. It is the one of the few things that both the Republicans and Democrats can agree on, which made the headline takeaway of the Department of Justice Inspector General's report that Comey deviated from FBI norms something less of a surprise. But the Comey story isn't even close to being the most interesting or instructive finding by the IG. Perhaps the most shocking information of the IG's report is the revelation that Lisa Page and Peter Strzok were not the only amorous agents with a habit of texting. There's also Agent 1 and Agent 5 who were involved in the Clinton investigation. They were in a relationship at the time. They're now married. Their communications make for a searing indictment of the culture of the FBI and paint a portrait of the investigation into Hillary Clinton email practices as a fiasco. Agent 1 was one of the key players in the investigation, one of just 4 case agents on the probe. And he not only expressed his political support for Clinton, he advocated against subjecting Hillary to an FBI interview. A few days before the Clinton confab, he sent an instant message to which he complained about how many agents and attorneys were prepping for the questioning. Oh, it's very aggravating. Making this flow with 20-plus voices for disparate information anyway. Fair enough. But then again, as the message goes on, he suggests he has a certain lack of enthusiasm for the whole affair. We have nothing. It shouldn't even be interviewing. Well, just in case his girlfriend didn't savvy the full extent of the disgruntled at the prospect of interviewing Hillary Clinton, Agent 1 added, "My God, I'm actually starting to have embarrassment sprinkled on top of my disappointment. Ever been forced to do something you adamantly oppose?" Asked by the Attorney General about these comments, Agent 1 insisted he hadn't meant his message. "I don't want to make it sound like there's no reason to interview her." As for explaining his adamantly opposed comment, Agent 1's memory seems to give out. There are reasons to think that Agent 1 was dissatisfied because the organization was phoning in a politically determined investigation. But there are also reasons to think his unhappiness flowed from an admiration of Hillary. Take this message from to Agent 5 after completing the questioning of Clinton. They say, done interviewing the president? And then there's this heartfelt string of missives from Agent 1 to Agent 5 on November 8th, 2016, Election Day. "You should know that I'm with her." The IG helpfully adds that in a footnote that "I'm with her" was one of Clinton's campaign slogans. Here are some of the highlights of Agent 1's comments about his work on the mid-year investigation of as the Clinton case was codenamed. Now, again, it wasn't midterm, it wasn't presidential election, it's the mid-year investigation. Okay. "This is the most meaningless thing I've ever done, with people acting like it's effing 9/11. I just don't care about it. I think it's a continued waste of resources and time and focus. It's just so obvious about how pointless this whole exercise is." Well, you put on the spot by the IG, Agent 1 explained his indiscreet comments as just the nature of instant messaging. He succumbed to a water-cooler style of jocularity because he thought IMs were not retained by the FBI and therefore less used with caution with those communications that he would most otherwise thought about different types of communications. "You know, guys, I just think this was primarily used as personal communication and in conversation venting mode for me. I'm embarrassed by it. I don't think it affects some of my actions." Yeah, Agent 1 had lots of splaining to do for why he was indiscreet with the IMing thing. The mid-year investigation was crammed into a sensitive, compartmented information facility at headquarters. And due to this, he was effectively unable to use his personal electronic devices at work. But he was also in a small space with his coworkers and supervisors, therefore preventing phone communications. But Agent 1 wanted the IG to know that this was just merely an explanation for why he used instant messages, not excuses for the substance of his instant messages. The substance, however, is telling, perhaps the most telling information in the IG's report. Agent 5 sent an instant message to Agent 1 on February 9th, 2016. Griping about the mid-year work she was being given to do. Agent 1 messaged back to commiserate. Yes, I hear you. You guys have a crummy task in a crummy environment. To look for something conjured in a place where you can't find it. For a case that doesn't matter and is predestined. Yeah, it's bad enough that a lead agent on the Clinton case was convinced that the outcome was predestined, but there's more in Agent 1's description of the culture they were operating in. Oh, the Department of Justice comes in here every once in a while. They take a wishy-washy political cowardice stance. Salt meets wound. That's the environment love. Can't sugarcoat it. Well, at least he followed it by telling his girlfriend, oh, do the best you can. And that sounds like a frank and honest description of a politically skewed shop, but when asked about that message, Agent 1 had another message altogether for the IG. I have no information that the Clinton investigation was predetermined outcome by anyone. No, of course not. But back in the day, Agent 1 was adamant that the fix was in. January 2016, messaged Agent 4 proclaiming, what we want to do and what we're going to be allowed to do are two different things. Asked about that, Agent 1 had a temporary bout of amnesia. Unable to remember what he'd been talking about, but what he did know is he'd just been merely venting. Seems the fix was in. Not just for Hillary, but her enablers too. February 2016, Agent 1 had interviewed Hillary's personal IT guy. The agent had an exchange with a fellow FBI employee. Boom! How'd the witness go? Agent 1. Oh, awesome. Lied his ass off. Went from never inside the sensitive in-cartment information facility to look into when it was being constructed. He removed trash twice. Wouldn't it be funny if he was the only guy charged in this deal? I know for 1,000%. Even if he said the truth, and even if he didn't have clearance when he was handling the secure facts, ain't no one gonna do blank. And that, my friends, is a great... Why, when doing the agent voices, why sound girly? Because I think he's a sissy girly man. That's what I think. That particular one. Oh, yes. Well, if you take a look at most leftists... Actually, if I want to do a real leftist, it's usually a very soft voice, more likely feminine. Take a look at most senators or congressmen on the Democrat side, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Or you could take a look at some of the females and go, wow, that's one tough dude. Here's one, and... This is the Democrats, and they are out there they're all mad that the Trump administration is separating children from their parents on the border. But take a look at these people, and this is who I hope they continue to keep putting in front of the American people.
That is ripping families apart at the border. And let me say it, and we'll all say it clearly and simply. The Trump zero tolerance policy is child abuse. The president's policy calls for the prosecution
I'm sorry,
of anyone entering the United States.
I got to stop for 1 second. Her hairdo is child abuse. That may be the single worst hairdo I've ever seen in my life. That's an elected official right there. That is an elected official. She's an embarrassment. Look at what she's wearing. Look at that hairdo. It's like I cut her hair for her. And I promise you, you don't want me around scissors. But let's watch a little bit more of these morons and the false outrage they have. And let's remember, it was about 110 degrees down at the border today, and they're encouraging people to come across the border. Children. And then they want to blame us when we say, no, you can't break the law.
Without proper documentation, even if they are fleeing violence or other life-threatening situations in their home country. And because of this policy, the Trump administration is detaining children as young as 1 year old, separating them from their parents, holding them in detention centers and on military bases. I read about a young mother named Miriam. She came to the United States with her 18-month-old son, fleeing violence in her home of Honduras. But instead of offering refuge, border agents detained them. They forced Miriam to put her son in the back of a government vehicle. As mother and son cried, the agents drove away. She spent the next 3 months fighting to get him back. If you ever see the car pull away and your son or your daughter or your grandson or granddaughter puts their hand at the window and said, Mommy, don't go. Nana, don't go. Well, these kids are being ripped apart.
Don't do that
from
hairdo
their
either.
families.
Don't do it.
The family separations are not an accident.
It is sad and it's horrible. It's terrible. What's terrible is that hag, let me bring up that hag again, is encouraging them to do it. She's encouraging those people to come up to this country illegally. She's encouraging those people to bring their children and put their lives in jeopardy. All for votes for her. That's all it's about. Votes for those people on that camera. It's disgusting and it's shameful. They're fleeing to here because the left has given them stuff. I don't feel sorry for criminals, says Justin. Yep. It is a shame and it's disappointing. Fortunately, President Trump's doing a pretty good job. And on this birthday of Donald J. Trump, salute you, Mr. President. Economy's doing pretty good. Gas prices got to work on those. Legal immigration's down. The list is pretty strong. What else do we have here? The economy, North Korea. Hey, we got the World Cup. Not that I care about that, but I guess the World Cup's going to come here in a couple of years. Jobless claims, 44-year low. Not bad for 500 days. That's what I think. What do you think? All right, do me a favor. Would you share the video? Would you share the video? Would you share the video? Share. Share that video, would you please? Make some comments. Make sure you let me know who you are. I'll scroll through and see your messages before the end of the evening tonight. Thank you very much. Don't forget to follow me on the HearMeOut app. HearMeOut app. Don't forget to check out the great website and find out what a virtual private network can do for you. It's very important if you want to keep your data safe. Go to virtualshield.com/Rusty. /Rusty. My name, promo code, 20% off. Go find out more, okay? Do that. Wish the president a happy birthday. Wish the flag a happy birthday. And I should be seeing you on Monday. Every Monday through Thursday, unless I got something else going on. 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West. May God bless you. May God bless America. My name is Rusty Humphries, and this is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.